When I was asked to be a part of this documentary, I absolutely said yes right off the bat.
Welcome home, man.
Because it's important to raise awareness about guys coming home.
Welcome home.
And how difficult it is for them to be able to find employment.
Do you have a plan for employment?
It's great to see our families. It's been a really long time. Who's going to put me to work so I can take care of them?
Who knows, it could be a month, could be a year before I can find a job.
I applied to a lot of places. The reason they didn't hire me is because I was in the National Guard.
When they come home is actually when the real battle begins.
The soldiers of the 877th Engineer Company of the Georgia National Guard are getting ready to come home and search for work. They spent the past year in Afghanistan, building bridges, clearing roads.
What was that thing? RPG?
And dodging rocket-propelled grenades.
Not only do you have to think about safety or getting home, but I always have to remind my wife how much can you put in savings. Because who knows, it could be a month, could be a year before I can find a job.
Now with their tour coming to a close, the soldiers of the 877th are facing a new mission: employment.
Coming home as a Guard soldier, unless you have a job already secure before you left, you're on a manhunt.
I've got a wife and 2 kids to take care of, so this actually makes it seem like the easy time here. You know, a steady check coming in, know what I can count on. Now I got to go home and wonder, you know, who's going to put me to work.
Back to Afghanistan, back to the U.S. From here on out, 877. Welcome home. Welcome home. Good to have you back. All right, man. We're almost home.
We've been watching you for the whole year. The whole time you knocked it out of the park over there. And we're so proud of you and glad to have you home. So let me hear one more big Georgia hurrah. All right.
Coming home, finding work, that's what's on everybody's mind right now.
A federal law called USERRA protects the jobs of National Guard soldiers. Those who had jobs before they left can go back to them, but half the soldiers of the 877th are coming home unemployed.
What you're about to go into is no different from a combat zone. Now think about that. You're going home, and it says it's no different than a combat zone.
The 877th out of the Georgia National Guard is not unique in their challenges. We are seeing that units that are coming back are experiencing similar rates of half or more than half of their unit being unemployed. It's never been critical like it is now.
Natural disasters, state emergencies. Sometimes you're called up and the employer doesn't understand that you have something to do for the country, for your state.
Our reserve component soldiers are being used at a higher rate than they have in the past, and therefore we're seeing a lot of soldiers who have employers that are not able or do not wish to support them the way the laws protect them and the way they should.
I'm a good welder. I'm a really good welder. So I go in, everybody be all excited and everything. Yeah, young guy can weld. Hey, let's put him to work. Hey, let me look at your application. National Guard present employer. How often do you have to be gone? 1 week in a month, a couple weeks in the summer. That's it. You know, other than that, I want to work. Sorry, I can't afford it. I can't make them hire me.
The reality is we have a surge of veterans coming home.
It is estimated that in the next 5 years, 1 million soldiers will leave the military and look for work.
You've done a great job. You've done your duty. Now it's time for your country to take care of you. And I challenge those who are out here, politicians, businesses, corporate, let a soldier get a job.
That's right. Yes.
It's great to see you home. Welcome home. Merry Christmas.
You're a member of the National Guard or Reserve. When you come home, you go back into the civilian world almost immediately. So you are not a cost to taxpayers.
Yeah, it comes with everything we need.
Dad, you died inside house.
It's okay.
From an investment perspective, in terms of our taxpayers, it's a good investment and it is cost effective. From a personal perspective, on these Guard members and Reserve members and their family, it's a huge cost.
Hey,
In Savannah, it's the first Yellow Ribbon weekend since the 877th came home a month and a half ago. The Yellow Ribbon program helps soldiers reintegrate back into civilian life with classes and counseling.
Carmelo Marcelin is one of the lucky ones. He already found a job.
I work at a Yamaha plant. I work at ships, the ATVs, 718. Set them up for shipment and load it up on the trucks. It was important to get a job because I help support my mom, my brother, my sister, and it's a lot of responsibilities.
You know, jobs, the #1 priority of our organization. You know, we have talked to businesses. We have been out pounding the street trying to find jobs, and we have made a lot of contacts. I think it is a national issue, and the public needs to be aware that returning guardsmen and reservists, you know, need a job.
USA Jobs. Okay.
The Georgia National Guard has put together a job fair for the 877th.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thomas.
Oh, Paul Moore.
Thanks for stopping by.
They do seem eager to hire, but I mean, we'll see what they do here and what they do later.
Visit our website.
While the 877th was deployed, a new nationwide effort to put veterans to work began.
But definitely send an email to Sally with your resume as well.
Job fairs are now taking place across the country.
I think there are a lot of folks right now that are jumping on the bandwagon. That's a good thing, but they need to not just jump on the bandwagon, they need to report back.
People are now conscious about hiring veterans. I think that's a great first step. I want to see the next step, which is really what our businesses are doing to really hire veterans and keep them there on the job.